nothing changes.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, not Wednesday. I'm at the Salvation Army. We're going to go in the thrift store, see what we can find, because sometimes they stock up Tuesday night. It's about 5 o'clock here on Tuesday night. I don't know if you can see that, but it's near the end of the night. There's only a couple hours left, so they're anticipating tomorrow's sale, putting out a lot of good stuff, and there might be some stuff worth spending full price on rather than waiting for half off day and not getting it at all. Like, you can pay $4 today or $5 for a $30 item as opposed to $2.50. Let's get it and go. So let's roll into the thrift store and see what we can find. All right, so that's our family thrift store, Family Salvation Army and Donation Center. We'll roll in here and see if they have anything pre half off day sale that's worth it. That way I can show you guys. You can come in Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So these type of things are good, but do you notice the levels of the liquid, right? Look at that one. See how it's lower? It's been used, so not brand new. And there's only about 1 or 2 sold, so not a lot of demand. The one that sold was 30, so it wouldn't have been a bad price, but it's used and not a lot of demand, so be careful on that stuff. So the ties here are $6, but I'll never spend $6 on a necktie unless it's like Hermes or Burberry or Louis or something. They did have a couple good ones. Endangered species, elephants, peanuts, a couple decent ones that'll sell for $8, $10, $12, but you'd have to get them for, you know, I don't know, $1. Oh, look on camera. Robert, is this Robert Graham? No, it's not. Maybe isn't. No, it's not Robert Graham. I thought it was Robert Graham for a second. Thought we were in business. Even at $6, it would have been too much. Maybe 3, but it's really hard to tell. I think somebody else thought the same thing, which is why it was at the top. So it turns out I was being silly. This is a Robert Graham. How do you know? Knowledge, wisdom, truth down the side. And I forgot the logo on the ties is a little different. So this is a Robert Graham. However, it is $6, so you have to look up the comps on these. Usually they're worth about 25 to 35, so it might be a good purchase. We'll have to grab that and see. All right, I've told you guys about these Daniel Kermou Paisley. Last one we got, what, like 28 for? So this one's a great shirt. Again, it's 25 to $30, and it's 7. $3.50 tomorrow would be great. It is a 2XL, so things like this, ugly guys, keep an eye out for them. Check them out because they look ridiculous. You guys can kind of see they're ugly, but they sell, and they sell pretty well. So let's go down the rest of this rack. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 racks of guys clothes, guys shirts primarily to go through, and then they've got about 4 racks of jeans and shorts over there. If you're somebody that doesn't mind longer tail items and only wants to make, you know, $8 to $10 an item, Thomas Dean isn't bad. You know, again, these $7 shirts, you're gonna have to buy them half off, $3.50. You don't want to spend more than $2 or $3, maybe $4 for these. Allen Flusser, if they're crazy wild colors, they'll do okay. Normal Allen Flusser, not great. They got that one at $8. So I mean, these are still even on half off at the max, but you could slap $22, $24 on these, and usually they'll sell if they're good sizes. And just let them ride. Take the first $20 offer you get, be left with $13, and make a $10 profit if you can get them for $3 or $4. So that's your business model. Great. Otherwise, you know, kind of pass on by those. Armani Exchange. You guys know Armani. They put $8 on it. Yeah, for 4 I'd take it, not for 8. Probably gonna sell for 20, 25. But if you want to stock your store, there you go. One more that's not really a great sell-through rate, Christian Ajard, Paris. These are about $18 to $20, and you know, again, they probably slapped $7 on it. So, you know, lots of shirts in here. Ooh, what is this? Something I don't recognize, apparently. Another crazy Allen Flusser, again, $20, $22. It's up for $8, so you'd have to buy it tomorrow for $4. Really the maximum that you can pay. And I start seeing too many of these Armani shirts hanging out in the thrift store. I start thinking they're fake. These are exchange though, so I don't get too suspicious, just 2 of them, but something I always think of when I start seeing stuff. I think these ones are real though. I think they're good. Another brand a lot of you may not be familiar with, Nat Nast. Good shirts, good polos. They're expensive in the retail store. Go look them up. This one has a little string. Oh no, it's good. $7 tomorrow at $3.50. They're good. You could profit at $7, but $3.50 is way better. $25.30. Now this is a brand I pass on all the time, International Concepts, but look how ugly it is. Again, they've slapped $7 on an ink shirt, but you know, if your store has them at reasonable prices, $3, $4 might be something, definitely a normal day or half off day that you could get and maybe get 20 or 25 out of it. But as always, it's going to be $7. One of the Nat Nast shirts. Almost never sell them less than 20. The short sleeves, not quite as good, so be careful on those. And this brand is one you guys know I'm a fan of, Bassir Umo. This is a 3XL. They're typically almost always bigger sizes, and I never get less than like 24, 25 for these. So they're a great purchase at $3 to $4 or less. Again, $7. This store is that store, $7, $8 for every shirt. It's out of this world, mind-numbingly annoying. But as we flip through, most of the shirts they have here, not even great shirts. I mean, you guys see I'm seeing a few. Here's a normal Columbia $15 shirt. Cuba Veras $15. Hugo Boss shirt might be okay, but again, probably a $15, $16 shirt. And you can see how I kind of just flip through looking for the brand, and then I'll check, look at the size and the condition and what it is. As long as I see something that's reasonable, I'm looking for style, I'm looking for that crazy design, those looks, as I just kind of flip through. Wild Turkey Bourbon, so something that kind of spots my eye. I'll look that up just to see if Wild Turkey Bourbon shirts are worth anything. And so a quick search shows only 12 used Wild Turkey Bourbon shirts that have sold ever, and only one that looks like this, and $13. So pretty good pass on that one. More Columbia. And so you guys basically see there's a nice Tommy Bahama. So that one will be worth a little bit, and they actually have it for $5 today. So we could take that before it even goes out for sale. List that for $30, $29, $29.99. Take the first 25 that comes on it. Then we come back over here. And so hopefully you guys can kind of see how I source this aisle by aisle, and I can knock out an aisle in a couple of minutes, and I can be out of the store in about 30 to 45 minutes. So that way you can do another Kerr. You can do, 3 stores in a day and get them done in 3 hours or less, plus your driving time, and then get home and list them all, and hopefully come home with about 10 to 15 shirts, 10 to 15, 20 items per store. Now, I'm gonna go over to the women's side and show you some of the women's stuff and how I look through that. So you guys know I don't do too much women's, but sometimes the jeans can be good. This is a pair of silver jeans for $7. Silver is typically $25, $35. These are kind of plainer ones, so expect like $25, $30 out of those. You could do well on silver, especially if you get them half off. So I did the men's jeans and shirts typically in about 40 minutes, usually 45 minutes or less. So if I add the women's, you're talking about an hour and 20, hour and 30 in the store. So just budget your time, know that you're gonna go all day, you're gonna spend 4 or 5 hours, and you're gonna source at least, if you're doing men's and women's, you better come out with 15 to 20 pieces. That way you can go home with 50 or 60 for the day. Those 50 or 60 pieces, 4 times a month, that's 200 pieces of inventory just from doing half off day at whatever thrift stores you have. So keep that in mind when you're going through stores. If you come out with 30, 40, 50 pieces in one store, boom, you're on board, you're good. So right when I stopped that video, another pair of silver jeans. These ones are $8, but again, half off for $4. They're $25, $35 jeans. Star gets like 40 for them. I don't know how, but at least 30 out of them is what I think is fair. Less fees and shipping leaves you 20, 19. So if you can pay $4 or $5, you're in good shape. Little Harley Davidson shirt. It's $4 on half off day 2. Careful because the tags are ripped, so this one would be bad, but it does have good graphics on the back. So this would be a no-go, but if yours had a tag on it, then obviously you could buy it. Probably get 15, 20 out of it. So I can pretty much spot a Lilly Pulitzer from a mile away. This one's $4. You could buy this at $4, probably get 15 to 20 out of it. Buying it at 2 is better, but I can spot that Lilly from quite a bit of ways, but Lilly is a good brand, look it up. And then, so I'm just going through all of these type shirts, these tank tops, these, floral type paisley. Here's a woman's Tommy Bahama, which would do okay. It's plain, but you can still get a few 15, 20 for that. So I'm just looking for brands. I'm looking for, you know, here's what I tell you to stay away from. Look, pink by Victoria's Secret. They've priced it at $7 because it's Victoria's Secret, but it's a plain Jane, nothing to it shirt. I wouldn't buy this for $1. Hopefully you guys understand why. Again, the thrift store thinking that they have something that they don't. And so this is why if they watch YouTube videos, they would know, but they're not actually. They're just pricing it based on what they see. Look, $8 just because it's Jennifer Lopez. This shirt probably would pay $2 or $3 for it. Not gonna pay $8. Half off $4, maybe. Something crazy like a J-Lo shirt. It's only a medium. Does okay, but it's not great. They priced it at $8, not because they saw it on YouTube. No one's talking about Jennifer Lopez on YouTube. They priced it because it's Jennifer Lopez. That's why. Her stuff's like 15, 20 bucks at Kohl's. So come on. This is just uneducated workers at the thrift stores. That's all. It's a fun argument over LuLaRoe. This is an ugly piece and it's $5. Even at half off, $2.50, it's brand new. But I tell everyone I'll take them at $1 a piece. I would. At $2, maybe brand new. But at $1 for sure, not $5. Not $5. Okay, so like you guys can see, that store pretty much, as with every store around here, is so overpriced. On half off day, you can do okay. But I know a lot of you guys in a lot of cities have good thrift stores and you can get stuff for $2.99 and $3.99, and that's fantastic. And then you get half off days or 99-cent days. Just trying to give you an idea of what to go in there and look for and how to shop the store and how to thrift. There is good inventory in thrift stores. Don't get me wrong. I think made a bad point that I said, you know, the thrift stores don't have good inventory. And it wasn't that they don't have good stuff. It's that they don't have good stuff that we can buy for a profit, right? So there are other places to source. If your thrift stores are good, and I meant to make this point more clear, if you have good prices at your stores, there is good inventory in there. You just have to look, and you can come out with 15 or 20 pieces. Please, by all means, don't think that my videos or my 2020 or anything was pointed at don't shop thrift stores. I just think that for a lot of us, there's better alternatives. For those of you that have those 99-cent days, and those great prices and half off day, please don't stop shopping your thrift stores. There is good inventory to be had. You just have to be in an area that has good prices and doesn't go crazy like $8 Jennifer Lopez shirts. Just saying. 5 years ago, maybe. Now, no. So yeah, that wasn't my point. Not to tell you to not shop at thrift stores. It's just that there's other alternatives. If your thrift stores are terrible and you have horrible prices like I have, and even on half off day, it can be questionable, well, then you got to go outside of the box. You've got to look at estate sales, storage units, garage sales, yard sales, the obvious church sales. And there's, 10, 12 other ways to find inventory that I talk about in the webinars that I do and those sort of things. So if you're interested in finding those out because your thrift stores suck, you can email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com, or you can grab it down below. So there's a look inside our thrift stores. Again, don't expect too many of these thrift store videos. I think I'm going to go the yard sale, garage sale route for you guys. Spring is the best time. A lot of community sales. So I'll just get videos from there where it's actually cool stuff at reasonable prices. And then maybe I'll go to some, there's a local auction. Maybe I'll video that. And I'm also going to buy a storage unit this week or this weekend for next week. So look for that video as well. I'm going to go outside the box and I'm going to show it to you guys on video. As always, thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.